Our salute to service continues all day with a great tradition carried out every year by the Notre Dame ROTC, standing guard at Stonehenge. A big thanks to Carissa, who is now serving our nation in the Navy, and the former Director of Military and Veterans Affairs, Reagan Jones. We are now joined by his successor in that same role. Proud to call him a former colleague. Used to work with him at the University of Notre Dame, a retired Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army, Ken Heckel. Thanks so much for being with us, Ken. Just a joy to have you on this special weekend for you guys.
Thanks for having me today here, Fahid. Really appreciate it. It's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you as well. I know it is a big week. We just talked about some of the events that you have going on, and your position, actually directorship, was actually just endowed.
It was, yes.
So congratulations on that. But talk about the weekend as a whole and, the mission behind the office and what makes Notre Dame, what makes your approach to the ROTC so special?
Yeah, well, thank you. So really in the Office of Military and Veterans Affairs, what we do is we support the entire military-connected community at the university. So for us, that starts with our students, extends to our faculty, our staff, our alumni, anybody that's military-connected in any way, those who aspire to serve, which are our ROTC students, those that are currently serving. We've got a bunch of active duty students here, and those that have served. Got a lot of student veterans here, as well as dependents of those who are serving or have served. So it's really a big tent approach, if you will. We're trying to include the entire community and helping to elevate the ethos of servant leadership that's so common in military service. So that's really what we do.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What as you look at carrying this mission forward for Notre Dame's ROTC, and you're kind of heading up that mission, as the world changes and as we go towards a new era, what are you guys doing to make sure that Notre Dame changes with the times?
Yeah, I appreciate that question. I think the most important thing for us is that Notre Dame remains a place where our military-connected students, again, whether they're ROTC students or student veterans or active duty students, find Notre Dame as a place where they can reflect, they can study, they can grow, they can develop, and then as they leave Notre Dame and become alumni, can continue to serve in whatever way they choose, whether that's civic service, whether that's in the military, whether that's an industry, that they see Notre Dame as a place that is welcoming to them, that values their call to serve the nation and ultimately to serve others above themselves, which is super consistent with Notre Dame's mission to be a force for good in the world.
Well, and when I read this first, I'm like, this is crazy, because you look like you just graduated college, but you served 23 years in the U.S. Army, from Bosnia to Afghanistan and Iraq. How did those experiences shape who you are today?
Yeah, well, so I grew up a kid in the Midwest in the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, and coming to Notre Dame really opened my eyes and perspective to the different types of cultures and experiences and perspectives. That magnified immensely when I went into the military. So the opportunity to serve, as you mentioned, whether it's overseas in deployed areas, here back in the States, the opportunity to serve on some of the most diverse teams you can imagine in the military and working with other nations opened my eyes to different perspectives and just was really wonderful for me. I would say the greatest leadership lesson that I learned, that I try to kind of reflect on consistently, is ultimately the importance of trust. In the military, especially for us in the Army, that's a people business, and it's important as a leader, or whether you're part of a team, to have this immense sense of trust of those that you're surrounded with, because we're going to ask our servicemen and women to do some pretty interesting and dangerous things over the course of their time in service, and you certainly can't do that without a strong bond of trust as members of the team and as a leader or a follower or whatever position you might be in the military. So trust is certainly the number one leadership lesson I learned.
Well, Notre Dame trusts you, and Notre Dame's in good hands moving forward. Ken Heckel, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for your service and all you do for our students and for Notre Dame.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back here on ABC57 Kickoff. We're going to hoop it up with some of the members of the Notre Dame men's basketball team right after this.